All right, so how many ends on the reactant side? So the left-hand side in front of the arrow, how many ends?
Um, one.
There, it says N2.
Oh, two. I
Okay,
thought
so
you were talking about actual N.
yeah. I'm sorry, not no problem. So put down two for where that question mark is. All right, and then how many H's?
Two.
Yeah, I think you got rid of the yeah, you got rid of the thing there. Hate that when that happens. No, yeah, that's being a problem. It's like, let me get it so it's small again. You know
Okay.
what you can do in that particular case when you mess up? Hit the redo button, and it'll fix it.
So how do you make it big?
Okay, so let's hit the redo button up there by the file button, the arrow that kind of goes backward. Just hit that until you get back to the question mark.
Oh.
There you go. And now you can just kind of highlight and then hit the undo button again, and then it'll go back to the question mark. There you go. Now just put the two next to the question mark. There you go. Don't worry about that. There you go. That's so great. There you go. Good. All right. Now, how many on the product side? How many N do you see there?
Uh, three.
That's H's. You have
Oh,
three H's. Yep. So put
yeah.
three by the H's. Okay. And then how many? So there is no little subscript, so that's going to make it one. So you can put one in there. Okay, so the first step we need to do is we have to go to the side that has less and put a number in front of that. So we're going to go to the product side, see where the question mark is in front of that NH3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make that a 2 so it matches the ends. Okay, now let's go back down to the nitrogen and you'll notice we have, so instead of 1 there, we're going to put 2 instead of the 1, okay?
Right.
Down by the product. Nope, down below where it says product N, we're going to double check. Yep, put a 2 there now.
With the one.
Nope, just erase the 1 and put a 2. And then the hydrogens are what are we going to put there? It's not 3 anymore. It's going to be what? 2 times 3.
Six.
Yep. Okay. So now what we have to do, so um, we're fine with the nitrogen, right? But not fine on the reactant side with the hydrogen. So the question mark in front of the hydrogen, what are we going to put in front of that to make that turn into something times 2 gives me 6?
Times three.
Right. So you're going to put a 3 right there. And then you're going to put a 6 down below where the H is in there. Okay. And you can put a 1 in front of that question mark and the N2. You don't need to, but that just tells us that we've done something. Okay, cool. So that's perfectly balanced. So you can see it's balanced. You got 2 and 2, 6 and 6. All right, let's go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Go to slide number 2 because we're done with that one. There you go. All right, so what they want you to do here is drag the sulfur So you got one sulfur, put that over there, the S, and put it in the box that had underneath the S. Good. And then O2, so we're going to take two of those O's, them over there. Yep. And then that SO3 we're going to put right over here. Now, notice that we have, we've got one sulfur. How many oxygens?
2.
2. And it comes in a pair, so we call this one pair. And then we have one S, so we're good with the S's, but we're not good with the what? Oxygen. So we got 3, right? Okay, so what we need to do is get the oxygens to match up, okay? So what we're going to have to do in this particular case, let us drag another SO3 and put it underneath there. And you might, yeah, there you go.
Under the SO3?
Mm-hmm. There you go. So you got SO3 and SO3. Okay, now let's put a 2 in front of that SO3 up in the top there, the question mark. Okay, now how many oxygens do we have in the overall in the SO3? You add all those up, how many?
6.
6. So how many pairs of oxygens are we going to do so we can get to 6?
3.
Right. So drag over 2 more of those oxygens. Hey, Mino. Okay. And then what are you going to put in front of that O, the question mark in front of the O2?
3.
Yeah.
And then a 1.
Nope, nope. Check your sulfurs on the other side. How many sulfurs do you see?
2.
So what do you got to do?
Oh.
You got to grab another one of those sulfurs.
Yeah.
Now you can put a 2 there, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So drag the coefficient in the blank spots. Okay, so now notice that we have GAFE3 and CS and CAF. So notice that on the product side, we have 1F, and on the reactant side, how many do we have?
On the top one or the bottom?
Top one.
1.
So we got 1 on the product side. How many on the reactant side?
3.
Okay, so let's put a 3 in front of that one. No, over by the CSF, because that way we get 3 on each side. There you go. All right, so now we got 3 Fs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now how many CSs do we have on the product side? We have 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many CSs do we have on the other side?
1.
React 1. So we got to make a what number go in front of that?
2.
Not a 2, because we want to have 3 and 3, right? Because it says 3 C. Yeah, take the 3 and drag it up to the CS. All right, so far now we're doing fine. We got 3 Fs and 3 CFs,
Mm-hmm.
and the GA and the GA. So what number is going to be there? Because how many GAs and would we have if we want to make them so that we don't change them any? So what are we going to do?
1.
Yeah, put one on each side. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at. All right, so we've got on the product side, looks like we got some changes in the, so like the CBR4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other side says BR2. So we got the side that's got too much CBR, but we have to go to the side that has not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to put in front of that BR?
Um, a 2.
Yep, you're right, because 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. Now we've got, so those are fine, right?
Do I put a 1 right here?
Yeah, I would do that. Okay. So now what's too got too much?
CF4.
Right. And the F2 only has 2, so what are we going to put in front of there?
2.
Yep. And then 1. There you go. Half, well, we're more than half done. Next one. Okay. Hi, Amino. You can um, get this document out. We're working on it together, so if you want to get that out, we can work on it together. We'll show you the end result if you want to. All right, so we want to put N2O3 in this first spot, right? Oh, it's nickel Ni2O3, so let's put that in that spot. Good. And then we put a Ni in there. So this is called a decomposition reaction, where you take one big thing and break it down to a small thing, and then put that pair of oxygens. So let's count up what we got. All right, so I've got 3 oxygens on the Ni2O3, right? All right, and then I've got 2 oxygens over here. All right, so let's go ahead and add another NiO3 over to this one side here. I know it's got too many of them, but we'll do that because when we got a pair, if we have 3 here, this will make 6, right? So how many oxygens am I going to put over here?
2.
Yep, 2 more pairs. Yep, 2 more pairs. There you go. Now, so that's fine. So let's put some numbers up in here, right? So what do you want? Where do you want to fix?
Um,
So
but
let's do. Go ahead.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. You can go to the O2 or the Ni2O3. Doesn't matter. Just put in the numbers there.
O2 means a 3.
Yeah, 3 pairs of 2 make 6, right? How about the Ni2O3? What are we going to put in front of that one?
2.
Right. Now we have one problem though, right? Here's the Ni. How many Ni's do I have to put in here in order to balance that out?
4 or
Right,
3.
you got it. Yep. You got to add 3 more and put a 4 in front of that.
And put a 3?
Nope. How many you see all total?
Oh, 4.
Right. Great. Last one's a charm. All right. I turned my heater on down in the basement and I'm freezing. It was supposed to be a good day today. It was supposed to be like 58, and it hasn't changed that way. Somebody must, maybe they're thinking this weekend will be that, but it is cold.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead and fill them in, and then we'll
Uh,
talk about it, all right?
is it 2?
Nope, all we're doing is putting one of each in there, and then we'll take a look.
Okay.
That's kind of like how I would do it. I would just, okay. All right, so what do you want to do as far as making things even?
Um,
Hey, Diana,
um,
how are you? So you can balance out the NAs first off. Why don't you try that? So where would you put another NA?
uh, one more?
Yeah, then you got 2 and 2, right? All right. So we can't if we go ahead and we've got 2 oxygens, so we got to go to the Na2O and add one more of those so that we can get 2 oxygens. All right. Okay, now we've got 2 oxygens and 2 oxygens on the product and the reaction side. And we got 4 NAs and 4 NAs, or I'm sorry, 4 NAs and 2 NAs on the other side. So what do you got to do there?
Add 2 more NAs?
Right, you got it. There you go. Now you just have to put those coefficients in. Great.
Would this be a 1 pair?
Yeah,
Or
exactly. Yep, 1 pair. All right, I'm going to take the recording and I'm going to pause it. Man, I should have made it more points. Okay. All right, so the first one where it's Al, HCl, and H2 and AlC3, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so the Als are fine, the H's aren't, and the Cl's aren't. So let's see if um, see what works in here. So we've got to put something in front of the HCl in order to get the Cl's up, right? But let us see about this one's a tough one because there's a lot of different things we can do with this one. So let us try and see how this works. We're going to put, because see what the problem with the Cl, it attached to the H, it's a 3, and the H2s on the other side are in pairs. So let's do this. Let's do see if this works out. Let's try and make the AlCl3. Let's put a 2 in front of that.
The
See if
AlCl3?
let's put a 2 in front of that. Okay. So now we can go to the Al side. On the reactant side, we're going to put what in front of the Al?
2?
Right. All right. Now we have, how many CLs do we have? If we from our ALCL3, so how many total do we have of CLs?
3.
Times 2,
6.
right? So that's what's going to go in front of the HCl. Good. Now what's the H2 going to be then? Because we got 6 H's on the reaction side. We got to put how many in front of the H2 to make it 6?
4.
That'll make it 8.
Oh, um, 3.
Right. 3. Yep, 3. Okay, that works. That was a tough one. Go to the next one here. All right, so we've got an F2 on the product side, and we have an F on the NAF. So what do you think we should put in that NAF to make that help get that F2?
Um, a 2.
Yep, yep. Do that. Put that in where it says NAF. Put 2 in there. Okay, so now that throws off our NAs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to change the NA on the product side to what number to make that 2?
2.
Right. Make that a 2. And that helps because notice that 2 times BR, the BR2 is already there. Okay, so you're really done. So all you have to do is put some 1s in. Because the F2 is fixed and the BR2 is fixed by putting that 2 by the NA. So that question mark where the F2 is, put a 1 there, and the BR2, put a 1 there, and we're done. All right, so let's take a look at this one. All right, so we got on the product side, we got Al2O3. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
let's fix the Al on the reaction side and make that a what?
A 2.
Yep, let's try that. Okay, and now we've got the Al is correct, but now we have the O is a 3, so we have to fix that on the FeO. So what are we going to put in front of the FeO to make that oxygen 3 on the FeO side?
3.
Yep. Okay, now we've got the FeO. The O3 is in there, but what's off now?
The Fe.
Right, what are we going to put in there?
Um, a 3.
Yeah, yeah, that'll fix that one. And then we just have a 1 in front of the... There you go. All set.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sticking with us.
You're welcome.